From the Detroit Free Press, it's Friday, June 26th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
I'm Teresa Baldus with the Detroit Free Press. The U.S. Supreme Court says it's now unlawful for an employer to fire someone for being gay or transgender. That didn't stop the Catholic Church, however, from firing Terry Gonda this week. She is the music director at a small Catholic church in Auburn Hills. She worked there for 32 years. She is a lesbian and she's married to a woman. None of this, she says, was a secret in her parish. Her pastor knew about it and didn't mind. Nothing was wrong until someone in the archdiocese found out and decided she had to go. For more on this story, please report to freep.com.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. America's best-selling vehicle is about to be all new, with features that include a hybrid drivetrain and hands-free driving. A full 92% of parts in the 2021 F-150 pickup are new. It goes on sale this fall. Prices and fuel economy will be announced closer to launch. The hybrid can serve as a generator for everything from work sites to campouts. Ford says it'll also be able to go 700 miles on a tank of gas. Other innovations include a fold-away shifter to create a big workspace in the cab for computers, and flat-folding front sleeper seats. The 2021 F-150 is about the same size as the outgoing model, but its looks are dramatically new, including a sculpted hood, 11 new grills, raised front fenders, a wider track, and C-clamp LED running lights.
This is Brian McCollum, music writer with the Detroit Free Press. Stevie Wonder has chimed in on Black Lives Matter and recent nationwide protests, calling for change while asking activists to, quote, move more than your mouth. The Michigan-born Motown star and longtime civil rights influencer covers an assortment of issues in his new 5-minute video titled The Universe is Watching Us. He laments that 3 states, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Hawaii, have declined to recognize Juneteenth as a holiday, and he draws on his own past experience in a similar campaign alongside late Michigan Congressman John Conyers.
It was an 18-year fight to get Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a national holiday. Yet, it was a fight I was not willing to lose.
Wonder, a longtime Democratic backer, calls out President Donald Trump for being what he calls non-committal on issues of race. The musician declares that police brutality and oppression can be ended with the right effort, and says the movement is more than just a fashionable moment.
Yes, all lives do matter, but they only matter when Black lives matter too. You know, it's a sad day when I can see better than your 20/20 vision. The universe is watching us.
Hey listeners, I'm Kerry Jr. II from the Free Press. Our We Lived It audio series is a collection of stories about life during the COVID-19 pandemic. Over in Otsego, Michigan, First Baptist Church of Otsego had to hold their services virtually. In an effort to keep virtual services as normal as in-person ones, Annalise Abbott and her family put their musical talents to use. Here's a sample.
Our family was like, well, what about the music? It's like, we miss the music, but the people that are the normal worship team couldn't think of any way to do worship because we had to be creative. It's just, we can't just do it the normal way. There was no way to film it in the sanctuary with the normal piano and everything. So the reason that we are uniquely suited to do this is that we have a whole musical family in our house. So we don't have to worry about social distancing because we all live together anyways. My mom is a really great singing voice. So she was a musician. My dad was not so musical. So about half of us kids can sing good and the other half not. So the ones that can sing good sing, and the ones that can't are me and my brother. So I play the piano and my brother does the tech stuff.
You can find the full story on our website at freep.com, on Apple and Google Podcasts, and on Spotify.
This is Free Press Sports Editor Chris Thomas. The Detroit Red Wings are on the clock. Well, they hope to be at least. The Red Wings enter tonight's NHL Draft Lottery with good odds to land the number 1 pick in the draft, about 18%. The top prize? A superstar forward named Pierre Lafreniere, who undoubtedly will go number 1 whenever the draft actually commences. No date has been set. The Wings haven't had great luck in the draft lottery in recent years, In fact, they've moved backward in the lottery in each of the past 3 seasons. This season, the Wings were the worst team in the NHL, good enough to give them a 1 in 5 chance to speed up their rebuild. Lafreniere certainly would do that. Alas, nothing is a guarantee. The Free Press conducted 100 simulations of the NHL Draft Lottery on Thursday. Of those simulations, 25 ended with the Wings picking first, better than their 18% odds. But almost half of those simulations ended with the Wings picking fourth, which is the lowest they can select as the worst team in the NHL. So, pray to the hockey gods, Red Wings fans, if that's your thing. And no, we don't mean the 2002 team that hoisted the Stanley Cup.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.